The Real McCoys, starring Walter Brennan, created by Irving Pincus.
Want you to meet the family known as the Real McCoys. That's Grandpappy Amos, the head of the clan. He roars like a lion, but he's gentle as a lamb. And now here's Luke, who beams with joy since he may take Mrs. Luke McCoy. From West Virginia they came to stay in sunny California. Old Grandpappy Amos and the girls and the boys of the family known as the Real McCoys.
Oh, boy, another ringer. You must be about the best horseshoe pitcher in the world, huh, Grandpa?
Well, I don't know about that, little Luke.
That's what I told all the kids at school.
Well, I reckon I am, but it just don't sound modest for me to say so.
Maybe I shouldn't say it anymore either.
Oh, that's all right. You can go on and brag about me all you want to. You don't have to be modest.
Grandpa, guess what?
All right, what?
Our new neighbor just phoned. The one that bought the Swanson place.
Well, he sure didn't waste no time getting acquainted.
It ain't a he. It's she.
A she? What kind of a she?
Well, I don't know. Her name's Miss Larkin.
Miss Larkin. Well, didn't have to get a line on her age, did you?
Well, on the phone she sounded kind of youngish, like, maybe in her 40s.
Good. It's again my principle to take out a gal that's more than 25 years younger than me.
Anyway, she's dropping by in a couple minutes to pay us a visit.
Couple of minutes.
What about the horseshoe?
Not now, little Luke.
Why not?
Well, I tell you,
I know. You explain it to me when I'm older.
That's right. What's going on here?
Well, Grandpa, it's Sunday already? What happened to Friday and Saturday?
Well, a new neighbor's coming over to visit her. The least I can do is show them there's once 40 dresses in the family.
Grandpa, is that pine oil I smell?
Well, you oughta. Didn't want a quarter of a bottle splashed on me. What's the matter with the car?
No, she's dead again.
God done it. You fixed it yesterday.
Well, that might explain it. No, Grandpa, I'll take care of it.
No, I see. It's the touch of a watchmaker to handle delicate machinery like this.
Well, just get it started, will you?
You see, now, there's the distributor, the points, the radiator.
Yeah, Grandpa, are you going to fix the car? You just take an inventory.
Yeah, that ought to do it. Step on it, Pepino.
McCoy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Aggie Larkin.
Our new neighbor?
Right.
Sense with the pine oil right down the drain.
Miss Larkin, I'm Luke McCoy. And this here's Pepino.
Howdy.
Happy to meet you.
I see you got a tuckered out Tin Lizzie here.
Tin Lizzie?
Let me see what I can do, huh? Okay, give her the gun.
Well, I'll be. She's purring like a kitten laughing up milk. Okay, you can turn her off, Pepino.
Somebody just turned the carburetor set screw too tight. You know, you give some of these lame brains a screwdriver and nothing stays. Here you are, McCoy.
Who are you calling?
Like I was saying. Oh, Sugar Babe. Miss Larkin, I'd like you to meet my wife. Kate, this is our new neighbor, Aggie Larkin.
Oh, howdy. I'm so glad you could drop by.
Pleased to meet you.
I just made some lemonade. Why don't we all go in the house?
Oh, sounds good to me.
Wonderful.
What's the matter, Senor Grandpa? You don't want no lemonade?
Pepino, I'm trying to decide if it's worthwhile to put up with that pants-wearing female. You know, Pepino, sometimes strength of character gets to be a burden to a man.
Then you're not coming in for lemonade?
Of course I am. It takes strength of character to put up with that Larkin woman.
Well, that Swanson place you took over is pretty run down. You're going to have your hands full, Miss
Oh,
Larkin.
hard work never hurt nobody.
Well, if there's anything we can do to help, Miss Larkin, you just let us know.
Call me Aggie, would you?
All right, Aggie. And you can call us Kate and Luke.
If there's anything you want, you ask for it, and it's yours.
Well, thank you kindly, Luke, but I don't hold with borrowing. Any farm I ever had, I worked without no help from nobody.
Now, just a minute. You, a woman, aim to run that big place all by yourself?
Of course not. I'm going to get me a hired man to do the housework.
Wearing pants or running farms. Give the country back the engines. The squaws will even take it.
I think you're going to like it here, Aggie. The folks is real friendly. I could get you started in the ladies' auxiliary.
Oh, yeah, they're a fine bunch of women.
Well, maybe so, but I was fixing to join the Grange first.
Now, Miss Larkin, your lips is a-moving, but it ain't making sense. The Grange is for men and not for ladies.
I ain't no lady. I'm a dirt-grubbing, fruit-picking, foul-slopping farmer.
You're still a woman, and you can't get into the Grange.
Is that true, Luke? Is that in the rules?
Well, come to think of it, Sugar Babe, there ain't nothing in the bylaws that says the members has to be men or women. They just got to be farmers.
Now, wait a minute. Just 'cause she bought a piece of land don't make her no farmer, any more than if she bought a cornet would make her John Philip Sousa.
How did you know I play the cornet?
And besides, no Grange member with half a mind would put her up for membership.
Well, I got half of mine, Grandpa, and I might just do that very thing.
But if you had the other half, you wouldn't.
Don't mind Grandpa. He gets a little touchy when he's in the wrong.
Yeah, he even gets touchy when he's in the right.
I hope I didn't start no family ruckus.
Oh, it's too late to start one now. This has been going on since the day Grandpa was born.
Good morning. You must be Miss Larkin.
I bet you're Hattie. Why, you're even prettier than Kate said you was.
Well, thank you. If you're looking for Kate, she's over at the McMichaels.
Oh, shucks. I wanted to see her and give her this.
Oh, well, I'll be passing the McMichaels. I'll tell Kate you're here.
Oh, thanks. My, that's a lovely dress.
Thank you. It's new.
It's nice for young folks to have pretty things. You know, that's something I kind of missed. When I was your age, I was already working a farm. Now, you better get going before I tell you the story of my life. Go on, Scoop.
All right. Oh, if you want to talk to Grandpa, he's up in the chicken house.
Say, maybe I'll pay him a little visit and kind of brighten his day.
Don't worry about Grandpa. His bark's worse than his bite.
Well, I can't compare him yet. So far, he hasn't bit me.
All right, get in there, Clifford. Get your share of them groceries. Don't leave old Henrietta beat you out of nothing. Eat hearty, boy. Keep strong. Elsewise, he'll take over the whole country. No, Clifford. She ain't supposed to chase you. You're supposed to chase her.
Hey, what kind of a rooster is that? A lily-levered leghorn?
Don't you worry about Sam. He'll take care of himself.
Yeah? And why is he crouched in the corner with his wings pulled over his head?
And that's his strategy. When Henrietta gets all wore out, he'll beat the living tar out of her. What are you doing here anyway? And get your hands out of that chicken feed.
What is this stuff? Buckshot?
That's my own secret formula. I invented it myself. That's McCoy Miracle Mash.
That's a good name for it. It's a miracle that any of them birds is still alive.
I was raising chickens before you was born. Not much before.
You've got to use modern methods, McCoy. Now, I feed my poultry a scientific diet of minerals, vitamins, and fish oils. I bet you my birds would average out 1.5 pounds more than yours.
Yeah, well, mine may be small, but they're tough. There's one thing I can't stand, and that's a flabby chicken.
I'll be right with you, Kate. McCoy, you're hopeless. You're about as old-fashioned as long underwear.
What you meant by that?
Can I get you some more coffee?
Yeah, thanks. Oh, I almost forgot.
Oh, cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my, they look delicious.
I hope you don't mind the pickle jar. Couldn't find anything else to put them in.
The man's home's supposed to be his castle. This one's haunted.
Now, see here, McCoy.
Grandpa, you shouldn't talk that way. Aggie's our guest.
Guest? It's more like she's moving in permanent.
Grandpa.
You women so all-fired smart. When it comes to opening jars and things, you have to call on us men. One thing I ain't got no time for, that's a woman with strong fingers.
There I go, making your grandpa mad again.
Oh, don't you fret about it. Here, have one of your cookies. These are the best spice cookies I ever tasted. They've got a real tangy flavor.
They are different, aren't they? Maybe there was some juice left in the pickle jar. Well, I gotta be going, Kate. I got a whole half acre to plow before nightfall.
Well, I'm glad you could stop by, Aggie.
Now, I'm expecting you and Luke to come by my house real soon.
Oh, well, thank you, Aggie. We'd be happy to.
And maybe we can drag your grandpa along, too.
Only if you can rope and hog tie me.
Oh, look.
Well, Aggie, we did it. You're a member of the Grange now.
Oh, Aggie, that's wonderful.
Oh, I sure appreciate what you done. It means a lot to me.
Well, Luke, I hope you're satisfied. This day'll go down in Grange history as Black Thursday.
Now, Grandpa, it's over and done with. And once you get used to it, you might even like the idea.
That's right, Grandpa. Aggie's our neighbor. You're going to be seeing a lot of her.
She'll be going to the Grange picnic with us Saturday. Aggie, now that you're a member of the Grange, you can enter your cookies in the baking contest.
Cookies? She's more the type to enter the tug-of-war or the horseshoe pitching.
What's so funny about that?
Keep back them horseshoes. There's a practicing for the tournament.
Yeah, Grandpa's won it the last 2 years.
And this year ain't going to be no different, neither.
Step aside, McCoy.
He saw all right.
Where'd you learn to do that, Aggie?
I was state champion of Nebraska for 6 years. Looks like I'm going to have to take over a new territory. Well, see you in the tournament.
Jingos, I didn't think it was going to work out this way. I'm sure sorry, Grandpa.
Don't you call me Grandpa, stranger.
What? Aggie, I just don't believe it. What? Yes. All right. Goodbye.
What don't you believe, Sugar Babe?
Oh, Mr. Fuller from the Grange just called Aggie and said they'd made up some new rule in barring women from all the men's sporting events.
And that means that Aggie's out of the horseshoe tournament. Well, now, what could have made him do a thing like that?
Mr. Fuller said that some old mossback stirred up such a fuss that he just had to give in. Aggie's being a good sport about it.
Some old mossback, huh?
Was a bobcat stitching on a stitching machine. He stitched so hard and he stitched so fast. Took 27 stitches in the...
You're thinking what I'm thinking.
Yellow machine was bobcat stitching.
Well, where you been, Grandpa?
Oh, roundabout. Here and there. Little business to take care of in town.
Yeah. must have took care of it pretty good from the look of things.
Well, I ain't complaining, no.
We're happy to see you in such high spirits, Grandpa. I was beginning to think the tournament might be getting you down. I wonder why it don't bother you none now.
Oh, shucks. It's just a game of horseshoes. It ain't the end of the world, you know.
Oh, sure, Grandpa, it ain't no disgrace. Losing to a woman that's been state champion in Nebraska.
Don't say anything about losing. I ain't been whooped yet.
Maybe he's heard
Get what?
about them keeping Aggie out of the tournament.
Is that a fact? Well, now, ain't that a shame?
Yeah, the committee was forced into it by some old mossback. Anybody that pull a trick like that's pretty low down, huh, Grandpa?
Well, I guess I'll go feed the chickens.
We've already fed the chickens, Grandpa.
Well, they go hard laying hens. I'll just surprise them with a little dessert.
No, wait a minute. Wait, Grandpa. Let's stop all this play acting. You know who that old mossback is.
I do? I wonder who it can be.
You.
Well, I suppose you think I done it out of pure cussedness.
I do.
I do, too.
Well, I could explain it, but when my own family, my own flesh and blood, the people I love and the people that are supposed to love me, just don't have no faith in me, well, it's too much.
Baked ham, potato salad, coleslaw, macaroni salad, fried chicken, cornbread, blueberry pop. Well, I guess nobody's going to get up from the table hungry.
Eat all that, nobody'd be able to get up at all.
It's a fine day for picnic, ain't it? Well, I guess I'll go down to the creek and jump in with all my clothes on. My, that's delicious-looking chicken. Yes, sir. Tasty.
I'm glad you like it. Aggie made it.
Oh, there you are. Hi, Aggie.
Hi, Luke. How'd you come out?
Kate, you should have been there. I didn't give him a hit the first 4 innings.
Oh,
Now, that's what I call pitching.
Yeah, he walked the first 9 men in a row.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking all over. Charlie Fuller, what can I do for you?
Miss Larkin, the judges have been waiting. Why weren't you over at the baking booth?
Well, why should I been?
Miss Larkin, on behalf of the Valley Grange, it's my privilege to award you first prize in the baking competition for those delicious spice cookies. Now, if you'll just go over to the judges' stand, they'll give you your blue ribbon. Those are mighty tasty cookies.
Hey, hold on there. You got the wrong Aggie.
no,
Laura.
Aggie. He hadn't. I entered you in the competition. I told you your cookies were good enough to win.
Kate, I don't know how to thank you.
Well, good for you, Aggie. How about that? See? She fixes cars, she runs a farm, and now she wins a prize for her cookies. Chihuahua, what a woman.
You folks have been real friends to me, and I appreciate it. But winning a prize... Well, I won prizes for steer roping and shooting, but winning prizes for cookie baking makes me feel kind of different. I feel so good. I could almost forgive the miserable polecat that got me thrown out of the tournament. Well, excuse me, folks. I gotta go pick up my blue ribbon.
Folks, your attention, please. Now, this match features Amos McCoy, two-time winner of the Valley Grange Annual Horseshoe Tournament. The first round elimination contest will begin as soon as his opponent shows up. The former state champion of Nebraska, Miss Aggie Larkin.
Grandpa, what did Charlie mean?
Well, I reckon he meant what he said. You gotta clear the courts now. Nobody's allowed on here except us athletes.
Grandpa, we're not taking one step till we know what this is all about.
Well, now, Why, back here, nobody talked to me. Now I can't shut you up.
Hey, Charlie, how come Aggie Larkin's back in the tournament?
It ain't none of my doings. It's all your grandpapa's. He insisted upon it.
Well, Grandpa, took you a little while, but you done a fine thing.
We're proud of you.
Well, it's a little too late to be proud now. I'm practically ex-champion.
Grandpa, I would rather wait for a decent, honest loser than a double-crossing, conniving crook of a winner.
Peanut, I appreciate that. I know that comes from your heart. Where is that dirt-grubbing, sow-slopping female? If she don't get here right soon with me...
Morgan, you look so pretty.
You look so different, Aggie.
Must be this prize-winning ribbon, huh?
What in carnation come over you?
Can't a girl change her duds without everybody making a big to-do about it?
You sure do look pretty, Aggie. You should dress that way more often.
Now, let's cut out the jawing. Aggie, you've been put back in the tournament, and me and you's having a showdown right here and now.
Well, Aggie, you ain't going to pitch horseshoes in them high heels, are you?
You're darn tootin' I ain't. Not in these or any other kind.
What do you mean, woman? Why can't you?
'Cause horseshoe pitching ain't ladylike.
Well, what do you aim to do?
Well, I might go back home and make up another batch of cookies, Amos.
You know, Egg, I might just stop by tonight and see how them cookies turned out.
And afterwards, we could go sit in the parlor and play the phonograph.
Yeah. We could crank it together, too.
We get done cranking, maybe we could go bowling.
Bowling? Yeah, that'd be fun, and the exercise would be good for us, too. I don't know much about the game, but just to make it interesting, how about making a small wager?
Well, of course, I ain't bowled in a long time.
Say a nickel a game?
Not since I was champion of the state of Oklahoma.